So Moonlight Madness is basically a big pep rally for the school, where they recognize all the teams in athletics and raise any banners from any championships or titles that any team has. There's the pep band is there, lots of like cool music and like lights and all that stuff, and each of the teams are kind of presented to the university, and it's a really cool event. First time that I had ever seen that, because this is my first full year here at the school, and we got a lot of support, which was honestly a little bit surprising. Not because Maryville isn't supportive, they're incredibly supportive, but just because that's typically not the thing that a university would be super thrilled about.
It's definitely interesting to see us esports go out in the more athletic vibe places in the gym. It's surrounded by all traditional athletics and traditional sports people and fans. It's always fun to kind of go into that world, but they're very good to us, and it was a nice experience. And we're happy that they support us, and obviously just as much as we support them, which is really cool to see.
The Maryville esports team once again brought home the national championship in the The Saints took out Illinois 3-1 in the semis. Then Maryville secured its third national championship in 40 years by sweeping Western Ontario 3-0 in the finals.
Welcome to Cooking with Tony. So today we went to Whole Foods and we bought some chicken, and we got plastic forks and knives, only of the highest quality from Whole Foods, and got a plastic plate, and today we're gonna microwave some chicken.
Okay, what's next?
That's it. That's all I got. That's the bit. Cut it.
So after HUE Fest, we've just been playing in the Test by Varsity series. Just been scrimming, improving. Big things for coming up,
So the varsity series is TESPA's, iteration of a competition where they wanted to use programs that have established support from the university. They're a recognized part of the university, and that took away a lot of normal issues of teams not showing up or scheduling issues. I would say overall the competition level hasn't really met where we're at yet. I didn't think I believe we barely even maybe dropped a map or two up until late playoffs. So I was happy to see that there's a lot of schools that are starting to get into it, and they're putting more both investment but just passion into the game, and that was really cool to see. In order to qualify for the TESPA finals, we had to play Harrisburg. It's always an interesting match, and I knew it was going to be a struggle going in because our players are kind of lost. Not necessarily the edge in their play, but in their attitude towards the game and our practice. They had gotten kind of relaxed, and that's never a good thing to see as a coach. So unsurprisingly, it went to map 5, and it was a grinder the whole way through.
Let's go! What? Let's go! Let's go, Kraken.
Right. Hell yeah. Joseph?
God. And it's just that easy, baby. Just that easy, holy. Can I do the trick now? Can I go to bed? That was easy.
I think we go to map 5 against Harrisburg a lot because we get too much into our heads and we're not fully there like everyone. I really think it should be easier than it is because I don't think they're very talented, even as individuals or as a team. But I think our worst enemies are ourselves.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm on
Elise,
Elise.
Elise. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, she's dead. Okay. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Top sighting.
So since HUE, we've kind of been doing a mixed bag of things. You know, we've done some small auxiliary tournaments, for example, UPL. It's a small online season. But mainly we've just been giving our players the space to explore professional opportunities. We had a couple players going to TSM bootcamp, and then we had 4 players represent Maryville at Riot Scouting Grounds. And then at the beginning of December, we traveled to Sanya, China, and competed in a international tournament.
Yeah, it was my first time traveling internationally, and the event itself was really amazing. It's the first time I've ever traveled outside the country, and going to China was like a really cool experience. The tournament went really well up until the finals, where I think we underperformed a bit, but it was like a really fun experience.
I just wanted you guys to know that you guys performed way worse academically than the Overwatch players. That's saying something. Okay? Simply unacceptable. Things need to change for next semester, or we will have to be evaluating scholarship situations. Week in, week out, your whole focus first is just get your done. The academic standpoint. Then you will never have to worry about 2 things. Because that's how it gets bad. I'll say it every time. In my anecdotal experience, the people that are on top of their individual stuff and just get their work done are the ones that play better in the game. Every time. The ones that have the better attitude, and they have a better work ethic, and usually it turns into better performance. So you guys should at least know now what our expectations are coming in for next semester. So being the last week of school, I had a conversation with both teams, just setting the standard going forward for our next semester, because spring semester in collegiate esports is the season. It's our competition season, so I want to make sure we're all on top of our game. We're more talented than anyone else in the nation, and we got to make sure we're putting the work in as well, because that's how we win.
For my first semester here at Maryville, I think it was like one of the best experiences I've ever had. Just the traveling we gotta do. My first time playing an international tournament was amazing. Going to TSM Scouting Grounds was a lot of fun. Harrisburg was a really good time, and we won that, and that was really awesome.
My first semester in Maryville has been, I'd say, overall good. In terms of collegiate, I started kind of on the down, and I've been rising up as of lately. I think it's the same academically. I started very low in the beginning because I really didn't know what to expect, but in the end I've come on top.
I think this semester was good. I had some problems when I was playing at BlizzCon and World Cup, because it's hard to keep everything up, and at the same time scrim with Maryville, and like I just had a rough schedule, but I pulled through and it was worth it.
In spring semester, we have a lot to look forward to. Both teams enter their main competitions, and in Overwatch we are looking to play in Open Division and Contenders. We'll get some amateur play in as well. I think both teams will be happy to get in some amateur competition, maybe travel around. We'll have some side tournaments with Midwest Campus Clash. Generally competition all around, so it's going to be fun. The grind starts, and reap the spoils.